when these came out, they released a new lower to accompany them. This lower is that lower. What we did is we took PSA Sabre parts. So big shout out to PSA for that. They sent all that out, and we slapped it onto this lower receiver. That came with a B5 grip and, you know, just normal Sabre parts. The lower came with itself the mag release and the ambi bolt release, not bolt catch. The ambi, it doesn't work that way. It won't catch.
It's strictly to depress the magazine.
Yeah, but it will release.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is, like I had mentioned, Sabre parts, and then the Midwest Industries.
And on the lower, obviously you can see it's one piece, made in, like your trigger guard's made in one piece, and it's a flared magazine well. Also, the pins for this are screw-in.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
Which is nice, like when you're fighting to put the pin in for your bolt release, it's you get it in there, line it up, and then take like was it 0.05 Allen key and thread it in there. So that's not going to come out on you. Same way with the ambi the mag release. So, and I think the ambi controls on this are pretty nice. This seems really well thought out and
intentional.
It's intentional. And I don't know if you mentioned it, but it's a billet 7075 T6 aluminum lower, which you would expect.
High quality
for high quality for $299.
Yeah, it is a very expensive
It's
lower.
on the more expensive side, and also it's this you cannot use this lower on your standard AR-15 because you get the 1913 pick piece on the back. So if you try to put it in regular AR-15, it ain't gonna work.
But I do like this. So when we originally ran the Gen 2, we had ran it with a normal AR-15 lower with an adapter.
Which added a little bit of length.
It added a little bit of length. I like this one because it eliminates a fail point. So like with that adapter, the adapters can sometimes come loose just, from normal wear. This, you can eliminate that fail point and you don't have to worry about it backing out or anything. And it's just a nice, good, solid piece. So I really like the Brownells lower. If you were thinking about getting a Gen 3 upper, I would highly recommend just going ahead and getting the Gen 3 lower receiver. I think that
because it's made for it.
It's made for it, and I think it's worth the investment in terms of having that one less failure point here on the back, and it has a really good ambi system. Now, like I had mentioned, the bolt release here is strictly a bolt release. It is not a bolt catch. But I don't think that's that big of a deal in terms of like the overall grand scheme of things.